it is for my viewers that I'm really very happy today to introduce our alumni, Mr. Taha Mughal. Mr. Taha Mughal has completed his B Arc from the School of Architecture and Landscape Design in the year 2015, and then he went on to win a lot of scholarships, which I'm putting it in the description section, and I'm not talking about it. Right now, he's in the University of Pennsylvania, and as I was talking to him a little bit before, he told me that he has just completed his MPhil from University of Cambridge, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Such a big honor, man. Such a big honor. And as I came to know from the snippets of the newspapers as well as the websites where your informations are, is that you are among the 14 students from the whole of the world who has made it to this program, right? So this is also an amazing achievement. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the meet. Welcome to the interview. And as I usually say, and this is the first and most important question, vital question, significant question, relevant question, whatever. The question is how you made it, man. And tell us about your journey as well. And tell us also about the fiasco of joining SMVDU in 2009 and completing it in 2015.
So I understand the hidden question here. First of all, बहुत shukriya to find time to talk to me. It's such an honor to see you again. I'm so happy, so glad to see you.
I am more.
I'm inside the philosophy department. It doesn't feel we're so far. Okay, so your questions are really layered. So first things first. I did my architecture from SMVDU in the year 2015. I was supposed to complete it in 2014. I did not.
I must clap for you, man, because that is like welcome to the league.
In fact, let me use the correct word. Let me not say I did not complete. Let me say I could not complete.
Such an honorable mention, huh?
Such an honorable mention. So I was supposed to graduate in 2014. We generally have a thesis, for those in architecture would know. But because I belong to the set of monkeys, as you say, I belong to the set of monkeys who are too obsessed about good work. I usually end up not producing in time, so I could not do in time. So before they would fail me, I went to them and I said, I cannot complete it. I want an extension date. And they gave it to me and they were like, do it. It's okay. And that was so good. I took time to write my thesis and I finished it in 2015.
Okay.
But the good part here and the undercurrent is, in that 1 year, I was basically trying to finish my first translation book, which later won Dara Shikoh Scholars Fellowship Award in the year 2019.
Wow, amazing,
and,
amazing.
It was a time clash. I started translating that book in 2012 or 13, but by the time my thesis आया, so it just ran into a clash basically. But I'm glad deep down my architecture ka degree भी complete हुआ, and that book will be on stand in like 2 weeks again, coincidentally.
Oh wow. Please send me a reader's copy which is free, right? Because
I will not,
purchase.
because I'm too scared to send it to you.
I will find a crack and get an online copy of it.
I will not tell you the name.
I have lots of students, lots of friends, and lots of people who can find it. Which one is that? Anyways,
but we will not talk about it.
Okay. Anyways, and jokes apart, I will like to come to the second part of the question, which I've already fired before. and that is that how after you completed your graduation, you pursued it consistently, because you also went for a job, I'm pretty sure, and you must be working as a consultant and so on, and you cracked your scholarships, I guess, to somewhere around 2021.
Yep.
So how that period from 15 to 21 is something which might have made you as Taha Mughal, the Taha Mughal, I will say. So how you pursued it, how your persistent efforts, and how you managed your food, and what are the things which people should do. And after that, I have a smaller question which I can ask again later. But how
Yeah,
much
I think
literary?
it's very simple.
Okay.
What you asked. It's a good idea to know in graduation if you want to go outside to study.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm not I'm not burdening youngsters that they should know what exactly they have to do.
Mhm.
Nobody knows exactly what they do in life.
I
But
still do not know. I do
yeah,
not know about the rest of the people.
exactly. I mean, nobody has a clue. But it's a good idea to have an idea, थोड़ा बहुत,
Hmm.
किस direction में जाना है. Then when you graduate, rather than focusing on the jobs that pay you well,
Hmm.
focus on the jobs that align with your greater career path.
Very nice point. Very nice
It's
point.
very simple.
Hmm.
So I worked in an NGO
Hmm.
for architectural conservation for
Hmm.
many years, and what they would give was peanuts. I mean, we would just get 8,000 initially, 8,000 Indian rupee, and then 10,000. And then my
Hmm.
friends would call me and they would hop on to 70,000 per month and 80,000 per month. And they were like, what are you doing? And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. But you somehow have an idea कि मुझे 2 साल यहाँ पे काम करना है और इस चीज से ये एक्सपीरियंस लेना है, उसको यहाँ पे कनेक्ट करना है और वो एक्सपीरियंस को आगे अपनी एप्लीकेशन के साथ कनेक्ट करना है. सो इट शुड
Hmm.
बी अ बिट कोहेरेंट. If you cannot do it alone, please reach out to wonderful people at SMBDU who can guide you. It's very
Hmm.
simple.
Hmm. So how much that preparation time took?
5 years. And
5
I
years.
would 5 years in my case, but I'll be quick to add, I overdid it.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, that
So
is
when I
also true about me. I know
so
it.
when I filed my applications, out of many applications, I sent this application to something called ICOMOS, which is
Mhm.
International Council of Monuments and stuff. It's like this
Mhm.
huge international thing.
Mhm.
And मेरा पहला रिजेक्शन वहीं से आया. और रिजेक्शन
Mhm.
क्यों आया? They wrote to me, "Dear Taha, you're overqualified for it."
Oh God,
And it's a
striking a balance is so important. I told you always and every time, but you have never listened to me.
I am sorry, sir. It will not happen again, sir. But yeah, my greater point here is you graduate, please have an
Hmm.
idea on the career path you want to take.
Hmm.
Make very wise decisions in who do you want to work with.
Hmm.
Because when you get out of college, it's not what you can do. It's also about what have you done and the brands you have associated with.
Yeah, very true. Very
Speaking in a very corporate language, I'm sorry.
true.
I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it answers my question, and I will again join back to you with the tail of the question. And the tail of the question is that Taha Mughal is a good architect, Taha Mughal is a good designer, Taha Mughal is having an amazing handwriting, or Taha Mughal is very good at drawing. Does not matter till the time he can present himself as well. So the question which is very important for a lot of youngsters right now is that how literary activity, or say being associated with philosophy or literature for that matter, has helped you grow as the Taha.
When you say Taha Mughal, do you say me as a person or me as a professional?
Both. Because why I'm saying this is because you have an inborn acumen to present yourself, and that too very clearly and effectively as well. And not many people are blessed with that property. But then you have also grown it, because it's not that you were blessed with and you stayed like that. You have worked on that, and you have literally worked on that, and you made yourself, uh, people can heard you louder, or hear you louder. So how, or what are those things? Because the problem these days is that many people know, but they do not know how to express themselves. On the other hand, you not only knew how to express yourself, and you have even gone better, right? So how that thing, how to develop those things?
How to develop, I will not touch on that part. That's a separate question.
Mm-hmm.
In response to your first question, how has literature and philosophy helped me become who I am?
Mm-hmm.
I like to answer this in two parts.
Okay.
One part would be as a person, and one part would be as a professional.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
I like to start with the personal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all I can tell you is, very honestly, हमारी तामीर वहाँ पे, as I was discussing with you earlier,
Mm-hmm.
the foundation for who we are, or the foundation of who we discovered we are, was laid in Department of Philosophy at SMBTU.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you would ever know who you are if it were not for the right people who met us at the right time in SMBTU.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't like to over exaggerate by saying that, oh my god, we were so blessed, I was so blessed, I was so talented. No. But I was definitely blessed to have found the people who found us at the right time and started polishing us.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So without that segment, I don't think I would have ever understood who I am. The 5 years at SMBDU, the solitude it provided, the intellectual grinding it provided, it brought me closer to who I am. When I say closer, I don't claim I know it. I'm just on the direction of self-discovery. और वो अभी भी चल रहा है, वो चलता ही रहेगा, वो कभी रुकेगा.
That self-exploration is something which is damn important in life.
But it started in Department of Philosophy at SMBDU. That's what my greater point is.
And you have also participated in lots and lots of literary events, as I was talking to you before as well, that you people used to sweep the whole of the literary events in Research. Agni House, Taha Mughal.
I also responded earlier. It's good that you exert in your youth, but I think as you get older, you start laughing at the things which you would do. So this, coming to the second part, how has philosophy and literature helped on the professional front? I just completed my master's in philosophy, so philosophy.
Obviously, MPhil is master in philosophy, right?
Unfortunately, हमारे professions, especially in the South Asian context, they're generally understood as existing outside of philosophy, and philosophy is still by and large considered a separate discipline, which engineering has nothing to do. And
we are outcast.
Unfortunately, that's the understanding there, right? I mean, a doctor cannot be into philosophy, and the profession of civil engineering is not expected to have overlaps of philosophy. That's the greater South Asian understanding. But I'm telling you, based on what I discovered on this part of the globe, they seek intellectual depth, which essentially stems from your philosophical arguments, and everything boils around that.
It's true. Unless you know how to critically analyze something or how to go for an in-depth analysis, you are shallow. You are not deep, and that is the most important thing, because unless you know how to analyze the things properly, or how to go for that between the lines reading and stuff like that, you are not making sense. Means you are a teenager then, right? You have to grow up, and you really have to grow up and see the bigger part of the world and reality as well. Though we cannot reach the truth, but we can always work for it, right? So at least we will go more real in our lives. So that is the truth. Anyways, another important question. This is a cliche.
Please let me know if I digress and I refrain from answering. Please let me know if I am not answering your question.
The question is how a master's degree, in architecture is different from a graduation degree in architecture? Because in the graduation degree of architecture also you have everything which is there under the umbrella or under the, say, academics. So how pursuing a master's help you, as well as how pursuing a master's also make you better, and what can be the differences in the, say, graduation and post-graduation programs?
Okay, so interestingly, I did not do my master's in architecture. I did
Okay.
my master's of philosophy in heritage studies, which was
Mhm.
like an offshoot of architecture. It
Okay.
was about the philosophy of conservation of historic structures,
Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So it was not hardcore architecture per se. So I don't know if I can answer your question. But here I'm pursuing a master's in design program in US, which
Mhm.
I've just joined a month back.
Mhm.
And it's definitely about creating a niche.
Mhm.
When you do undergrad in architecture, as in any other course, you're talking
Mhm.
about this broad spectrum of things out there in the field.
Mhm.
And then you really have your niche here, and in terms of work, you grind yourself all the time.
Mhm.
वो तो है ही.
वो तो है ही इतनी इतना तो
मतलब
इतनी तो लगती है as simple as that.
इन्वेस्टमेंट है, मतलब इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ टाइम, इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ एनर्जी, उसके बगैर तो नहीं होगा.
सही बात, सही सही. तो मतलब कि like you have done your graduation, you have also gone for an MPhil. Now why an MDes program?
Uh, that's a very interesting, very good question. So MDis program here is all about technicality and design.
Mhm.
My MPhil earlier was about philosophy of design.
Okay.
So my MPhil basically answered, what do we save from historic structures and why do we even save it? I mean, why do you get obsessed with the
Mhm.
past?
Mhm.
So it dealt with philosophical questions through the prism of architecture and art. But here in this program, you are more dealing with how do you implement that philosophy on ground? How do
Mhm.
you translate abstract concepts like inclusion,
Mhm.
belonging,
And
uh,
so on. Yeah, I understand.
in design? So yeah, it's basically
So
integrating academic and technical part.
obviously, if you ask a philosophy graduate or a philosophy person, they will call it like you were made aware of the ontologies, and now you are going for the application part of it, right? So
You made it
that's.
sound so good.
I have no idea what I have said and
No,
whether
no,
it
no.
makes sense
मैं
or not.
मैं वही कहना चाह रहा था, वही वही. मैं भी यही कह रहा था.
मैं तो ये हमेशा कहता हूँ
मैं वही कह रहा था.
मैं तो ये हमेशा कहता हूँ कि मुझे नहीं पता मैंने क्या बोला. अगर तुझे समझ में आ गया बहुत है. Okay, so what next for Taha Mughal?
I think I'll let this year decide.
Okay.
I think I will like to see how I evolve.
Mhm.
As expected, I do have many offers to join.
Mhm.
Not very high profile, high paying jobs, but
Mhm.
good positions.
Mhm.
But I'll not take a decision as yet. I think I'd like to give some more time.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
every course you enter
Mhm.
transforms you.
Mhm.
So I will like to see how I transform, if at all, in this course, and then decide what's the next step.
Okay. Okay. So you are in US for a month or so, and you have been to UK as well, and you are definitely spent more than 5 years with us as well. How education or the amount of say exposure you got with the education institution in India, because you were also a pass out of, I guess, so Don Bosco from Srinagar. What was it?
Tyndall Bisco.
Yeah, Dental Bisco, correct. So that's also an amazing school, right? And you have been to SMU, and then you have been to UK, and in a very prestigious institution like Cambridge, and then you are in Pennsylvania. What are the things which are similar and different over there?
I can go speaking for days on this.
I do not have the
But
time, man. Maybe I will die within a day.
but but basic point शायद ये है कि you assume the simple stage
Mhm,
in education when you are out of India.
mhm.
In South Asian context, you generally assume a very passive, receptive position
Mhm,
where the knowledge bearer
mhm.
grants you the knowledge and you
Yeah,
receive it,
yeah,
you know. But in UK and US, you hold equal positions. You call your professors by the name
yeah,
so that you can co-construct knowledge,
yeah.
and nobody takes anything personal,
Obviously, there is no offense.
which is not something which we see in the South Asian context generally.
Mhm.
So that is one major difference that I saw.
And that is
Definitely.
something which I came to know in India only in one of the prestigious institution, and they put it again in this way. And again, I do not know what I will say, and again, it will whether make sense or not. But they say that in India we do not believe in knowledge comradeship, because a student and a teacher both are comrades of knowledge, and you have to believe in that comradeship. On the other hand, we always think that it is like pouring from the above and taking it from the below. So that is not something which will always serve the purpose of education, because you really need to you really need to let the other person whom you are imparting also to speak about things, his ideas and stuff. So you will take a year to decide what you are planning to do. You know what are the differences between things like that, and blah blah blah. Now let me come to a more mm, something which these days has become like it's everywhere. People usually, when they are preparing, and if they are taking time, and as you have taken so much of time, not only in your graduation where you have added one more year, but also taking time for, let's say, going for your post graduation, and then again you are going for a degree. People usually pick up a lot of depression, anxiety, and so many other ill effects of not making it, not making it, and then they do not stay as they should have, and they cannot reach where they could have. So what will be your mantra to students, because you have faced a lot, and I will not like to go and dig deep into all those things. What is your mantra that can be used by people so that they can stay sane for these years?
Okay, I like to answer that from heart rather than from my mind. If there's a division like that, there is
Just the inconsistent part of your mind is called as an heart.
exactly. That's why I said if there's a division like that. That was the philosophical undertone to it. but but on a serious front, please understand there is no mantra to it, and uh, please acknowledge that your sadness and your struggle is a part of your own journey. There is no way, at least there was no way in my case, where there was a day when I could brush aside my troubles and my struggles. I was never at complete peace during all of this time, and that's okay. So, if students are struggling and if they are going through difficulties, emotional, mental, psychological, whatever you choose to call, please reach out and seek help. If you have not fell in love, please do.
Yeah,
It
for
helps.
sure.
We are essentially we seek companionship fundamentally as human beings. Please seek companionship. If you do not have a personal companion, that's okay. There are really good professionals out there. Seek a professional companion, maybe. Seek help. Don't wait. Don't let your dreams wait. There will never be a time when we will be free of our struggles completely.
Amazing.
I mean,
Very true,
just
Taha.
acknowledge it. I mean, it's okay to say I'm not fine, and yeah, I'm in trouble,
Hmm.
and it's okay. It's okay to fear, and it's okay to be afraid.
Hmm.
I've been afraid
सिर्फ
all
अप,
my life.
सिर्फ अपने आप से नहीं, दूसरों से भी कहना पड़ता है, हो नहीं पा रहा है यार, कुछ कर.
हाँ मतलब क्योंकि सबका यही हाल है.
Hmm.
I don't know what's the big deal about it that I am not courageous enough to tell you, hey, listen, I am not okay.
Hmm.
What's the big
I'm
deal?
weak. I have done something wrong, or I could not do something right. Let us talk about it. Come on.
Absolutely. And you will realize that everybody has screwed their life in their own way.
Yeah, screwed it big time, man. And even and I'm getting ready for making or say screwing it even more at a later stage. Just that I should not repeat the same thing again.
And I would
That's the
say
point.
in this time when you're making your applications and if you want to adhere to some dream for so long, a very good idea is not to enter comparisons in your head. That is the worst
Hmm.
thing which you can do. I mean, please don't look at up to your friends कि वो तो यहाँ पहुँच गया,
Hmm.
मैं रह गया.
Hmm.
Please don't look at the flashy success stories on flashy magazines.
Hmm.
Please don't see flashy tales that appear in YouTube videos.
Hmm.
None of that is absolutely correct. It's all marketed,
Hmm.
it's all crafted to give you pain in a very corporate, in a very corporate sense. I'm sorry
Very
if this
true.
sounds bad, but the entire market works like that. It creates divisions, it creates hierarchies, it's designed to make things appear inaccessible to you.
Hmm.
Please don't become a consumer of that greater nexus.
Hmm.
You want to achieve something, please be fine, struggle with your own self, take time, it's okay, seek help, fall in love, if not, seek medical help.
Hmm.
Talk to your mother, talk to your father, whosoever is available, just keep going.
Hmm.
There is no mantra, I'm sorry, not with me.
No, it's amazing. Means the, when you are speaking your heart out, or when you are speaking the truth, I do not think so that it will be so damn rational by nature. But then it makes sense because human beings do not make rational decisions always and every time. They are also emotional human beings, and that balance has to be created between that rationality and between that emotional content of yours. Because, or else we will be artificially intelligent, which we are not. We are naturally intelligent, and that will comprise some kind of emotions as well. So that's the whole point. Definitely, definitely. So if people who are like now this is like the what you call the
It's like the
professional
technical
question.
question.
हाँ,
Yeah.
no, this is the professional question है ना कि अब सब बातें छोड़ और तू मुझे एक चीज बता, हाँ? और
ऐसा
वो
कैसे?
बात
करना कैसे?
करना कैसे नहीं, कितना देती है है ना. So the thing is कि if suppose somebody has planned it out that okay he or she would like to go for higher studies in future, so what are the things which he or she should look for, and what are the skills which he or she should hone, and how to go for it, like suppose somewhere abroad.
Yeah. एक ही चीज सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. The world today seeks multidisciplinary people, and the world today wants interdisciplinary knowledge.
Mhm.
None of these good places want nerds anymore.
Hmm.
So, if you are a prospecting applicant, please try to make your portfolio as diverse as you can. Of course, have clear focus on the concentration you want to join in. They want interdisciplinary knowledge today. Definitely, please build your professional focus. Did you ask this question in the field of architecture precisely or
Yes, yes,
otherwise?
yes. It's in the field of architecture.
In the field of architecture, yeah? Okay, then the great suggestion would be please don't send out your portfolios soon after you graduate,
Mhm.
because if you do that, you will have 10 different kinds of works. You will have a house on your sheet, you will have a flat, you will have a hospital, you will have hotel, you will have basically everything. and you will say, hey, listen, I can do everything. And most of the applicants think that a great Photoshop skill can get them in.
Now it is coming from the horse mouth. Come on, Taha, speak it out.
And that's not how it works. Many people say amazing renders from amazing softwares will let them in. Most of them focus on softwares. Please don't do that. It doesn't work like that. No, I mean, I know people who just sent sketches and they got into some really good places.
There is some story about Leonardo da Vinci, na? That when he was given the whole wall to be painted and so on. So
yeah,
everybody was coming with some artifact that, okay, I can paint this, I can draw this. And he came and he draw a circle with a single stroke of brush. And that could be seen that how perfect he is. So that matters.
Absolutely.
That really matters.
Absolutely. And just adding to that, I'm not saying you need to be perfect. Please don't understand it that way. All I'm saying is, do not send in your portfolios that has basically everything. Then what do? Please graduate, give yourself some time, give yourself 1 year, 2 years. That's an ideal way to do about it. Focus on the projects which you want to major in. For example, you want to go into medical architecture, you want to do hospitals your entire life. Perfect. After graduation, spend 2 years, 3 years working just on hospitals. Then when you send in your portfolio, just send in the portfolio that focuses on hospitals. You cannot be applying to masters in medical architecture, for example, when you have house on your portfolio sheet.
Yeah, that is true. That is a big turn-off for people.
So especially if you want to go outside, they focus on candidates who have an inclination towards a particular field. हमारे यहाँ मास्टर्स का ये कॉन्सेप्ट है, यार थीसिस करके गेट देना है, कहीं पे भी मास्टर्स मिल जाए तो कर लेंगे,
IIT उठा लेना है.
मतलब वैसा है कि मास्टर्स करना है. मतलब वो मास्टर्स लाइसेंस है. इट्स अ सोशल लाइसेंस इन इंडिया अनफॉर्चुनेटली. And then it becomes a financial license, but it's not the way it works outside. They look for candidates who are focused on one particular thing, who have an inclination. You don't need to be good. You just need to show you have a good inclination towards it. Let this focus be 80% of your portfolio. Then 20% should be equally distributed between your supporting skills. You cannot do without writing in any course outside India, especially in the West. You need to write. And
Right well.
if that's a skill you haven't cultivated, please do. Everything boils down to writing.
There is immense of help available in SMEDU.
Absolutely. I mean that, and simultaneously as a designer, if you are into any other sort of design, be it interior, furniture, whatever it is, just supplement your 20% remaining of portfolio with those snippets by saying, hey, listen, this is what I'm interested in, this is what I'm good at, but you know what? I have masterpieces here as well.
Okay.
And they again do not need to be from design field itself. Maybe you're good at philosophy. Send in a paper which you have written, or maybe whatever else. I mean, does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So basically, you forward your one soldier who is your professional concentration, your core area of interest, and then this commander is supplemented by many soldiers from different. From different.
That's the way. You know, that's the way to lead the platoon, or the brigade. Amazing, amazing. It was really, really, really amazing and nice talking to you, and that too after such a long time.